I'm a citizen of Jamaica, currently residing in Phoenix, Arizona. In March 2010, after being placed in deportation proceedings, a federal immigration judge granted me withholding of removal, a form of relief under federal immigration law that would allow me to stay in the United States because my life would be in danger if I returned to Jamaica. Currently, the only form of identification that I carry is my Jamaican driver's license. The only documentation of my permission to be in the United States is the order of the U.S. Immigration Court. I fear that I'll be stopped by state or local law enforcement officers because I look or sound foreign, and that I'll be detained under SB 1070 for failure to carry registration documents.
When we moved in here, all this home stock, this beautiful, beautiful home stock, was what kind of the base of this community was. And so what we've kind of lost is our home base, because they've came in and made it apartments. In apartments, they put 2 or 3 families in them. In houses, it could get up to 20 people in a house.
They're coming up from the Mexican border.
Yeah.
A lot of them coming from Honduras, El Salvador.
It's illegal, folks, period. And the majority of people in all these houses had raised their kids, been neighbors forever, and could not believe what was happening around them. Car theft, breaking in, gunfire. Oh my gosh, gunfire. Because now these people were seniors, and they were in a home they'd raised their kids in, and now they had to be afraid to be in their own home. And our house prices have went down. This house was going about, $345, somewhere in that. And now, maybe $80,000. Oh my God. It's terrible. It's terrible. They'll put Hispanics in leadership, and which they're doing now. And so they'll just continue doing what they're doing, and we'll wake up one morning and no longer will it be just America. It'll be hooked on to Mexico.
I am a resident of Phoenix, Arizona, and am a lawful permanent resident of the United States. I speak Spanish fluently, but not English. I have lawfully and peacefully solicited work on the public street corners in Phoenix. I would like to continue soliciting work in public places, but I am very worried I will be detained by the police under SB 1070 due to my Latino appearance. The fact that I cannot communicate with a police officer in English, and because I solicited work alongside others who do not have authorization to work in the United States. I was already arrested for trespassing once before in Arizona, in March 2009, while soliciting work on a corner near 25th Street and Bell Road in North Phoenix. While the charges were dropped shortly thereafter, I continue to be fearful of encounters with the police.
I'm a school teacher, and one of the things that we as teachers have had to do is we have to teach down to the lowest common denominator. And so therefore, to reach all the illegals and the non-English speaking students. Classrooms used to be about size 20. I've taught in a class that has 30, even a classroom that has up to 40 students per classroom. And it's very, very difficult.
I'm a resident of Phoenix, Arizona. I am Chinese and a lawful permanent resident of the United States. I received my permanent resident status in 2008 after being granted asylum on the basis of political persecution by the government of the People's Republic of China. I have spent the last 3 years building a new life here and currently work as a waiter in a Chinese restaurant. I speak Chinese and my English is very limited. If SBF 1070 goes into effect, I fear that I will be stopped by state or local law enforcement officers and questioned about my immigration status on the basis of my Asian appearance and accent. I'm afraid of interacting with government officials in my native language because it could prompt them to question me about my authorization to be in the United States. I also understand that I will be detained if I am stopped without my green card. Due to my experience as a victim of official persecution, this possibly is extremely distressing to me.